Hi, I'm Kaylla Cantilina.
And I'm LaChance, and today we're making zines.
Kayla, Anna, for those who don't know, what is a zine?
They're these little adorable formatted little pieces of paper that you can send a message on and have it be in the physical world, which we think is very important in this all digital age. Have something material that's in your hands.
And it's a great place for students to be able to use their creativity as well.
Yes. A zine can be about pretty much anything you want to share, whether it's facts about something you care about, something about a cause you care about, an experience that you had, a story. Anything can be communicated through a zine. It's short for magazine, is where it comes from.
So in the digital world that we live in, to have this physical reminder of information, how can this be used in an engineering classroom?
I've implemented zines in a couple different ways. I actually made my syllabus into a zine. This is my syllabus for my chemical engineering class, process control. It is a very useful resource guide. Not only does it have like the very basic like statements about accommodations and where the class is or the course schedule, but I really tried to make this colorful and creative and remind students to take care of themselves. This is a resource guide for different health needs. So in the very back, there's a full equation sheet that they can use on quizzes. They could use it on their homeworks. I really wanted this to be a pocketable guide that they can keep in their backpacks at all times. So that if they ever are like, what's that equation? Is that a squared or a cube thing? Oh, I'll just check right here in my backpack, the equation's right here. Students do use this more often than the one that's on Canvas on the LMS, and they're accessing different parts of the zine.
Kayla, you have quite a collection here of diverse topics and different looks to all of them. These are student created?
Yes, so I teach freshmen, and when they come to college, they're immediately slammed with classes like calc, chemistry, physics, etc., which are really math and equation heavy. They get really fatigued by that, and a lot of them forget that engineering is a really creative endeavor and really focuses on who you're talking to. There's a lot of communication, problem solving, prototyping. So I do this mini project with them where they can kind of leverage the things that they care about, and I have them make zines that focus on specific kinds of users, sort of like user-centered design, user-centered thinking. So for example, this one is getting someone who isn't really interested in reading into reading more, made by a student who loves to read. We have, there's one written by a girl who immigrated to the US from Ukraine when she was a teen and wrote a guide for children who are immigrating. So there's stuff about like how to make friends, family teamwork, American schools, learning a new language. The great thing about zines is they don't have to be perfect. As long as they communicate the information efficiently. This kid came to my office hours and was like, I don't know how to draw, how do I make a zine? And he made one about fantasy football. I didn't know anything about fantasy football. This kid drew the entire interface of fantasy football and then gives advice like who to draft first, like step one, and it ended up being so
great
cute.
Job drawing.
Yes, and the feedback I got at the end of the project was like, when we first started, why did they make us do arts and crafts in an engineering class? And then by the end, the students were like, it felt really great to bring a part of myself into the classroom, to feel like who I was mattered from even like a grade standpoint in this class, and being able to practice communication and see that as an important piece of engineering, I think students really liked. And it was a good break, like a mental break from a lot
Get it out
of
of your
math.
head, onto the paper. So can you teach me? Can we make one together?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. This is a zine that I made all about plastic pollution. When you actually fold it out, it looks kind of like this. Kind of doesn't look like anything because there's information all over the here. So step one, and here's a blank one for you to start with.
We can move
Step one is to sort of fold it in half. I've done this cut for you and cut it down the middle here. That way you can fold it up like this.
Okay.
And then you have to do this weird move right here. So that...
Actually, if you want instructions on how to fold a zine, we made how to fold a zine zines.
So
it starts off
did I get it?
hot dog, and then hamburger.
Hot dog and hamburger.
And then you fold the two hamburger
You got it. That was
sides
actually
in
the
the
right
center.
answer.
Or you can go straight to the booklet and then just
Right.
like try to sandwich it together.
Sandwich.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
we go.
Same
Okay.
that down.
Oh, I see. Yep. And you label the pages, so I've got 4 and
Yeah,
5
yeah,
together.
yeah. And then
And so there's
there
one
you
that
go.
should say page 1.
Yes.
Make sure that when you fold it,
Okay.
that says page 1.
Yep. Like I've already gotten some of my creative frustration out. I did something today.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.